I'll be reacting to Pretty Boy Detective Club episode 5. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. X. Never get sick and tired of that sound. Especially the casino lights that the Funimation logo has. At least it gives me some casino lock vibes. Oh! She really should have called him by his name. But I could see why, though. I mean, it'll be a revelation of Mayumi's trump card. Yeah, exactly. I like how they call our boy bot a lolicon. Hope it means he perceives what's behind him. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me. Well, that's what it is. Say the house always wins, and in this case, they won in this scenario, but mostly due to unethical reasons. But yeah, regardless though, at least their boy isn't going to lose out that much. It's only going to be a minor crook in the road. Best, you know what? Looking at it positively, at least now, Mayumi, Satoon and his boys know who they're dealing with. At least they know that the individual that they're dealing up against is an unethical little cheater. So, at the very least, that actually says a lot. Because at least when it comes to dealing with the casino owner, at least they know they don't have to think about anything like dealing with him honorably or none of that shit. Because you know what they say, sometimes you just gotta play fire with fire. Just can't wait to see where this is gonna lead though. Because holy shit. Speaking of which, the song is so damn addicting. Of course he would. It's a fucking bastard. Well, yeah. Actually, at the very least gives an idea of what they're dealing with. Huh? Then I wonder why he went through with it then. That's the bigger question. At least I would assume. I just love how it seems like now he's in a fucking stage with the surrounding lights turning off and then the light bulb shining some light on him. It looks freaking extravagant. I love it though. I just love the extravagant backgrounds there. The series knows how to make even like nice explanation sequences shine with beautiful animation. I'll tell you something still sure. I think he has way more traits than just his manner of speaking, if you ask me. Huh. Interesting. That's pretty frightening on itself in that case. Damn. Talk about having various people by the balls there. Okay, that explains quite a bit there. Okay, that explains why he made his move the way he did then. Okay, the animation where boys' heads being touched like that is kind of creepy. I love it though. So he did it just a bait? Just as a bait? Hmm. Why would they want to see her? That's a scary scenario. Yeah, exactly. It feels like it's danger whenever they see the beautiful Ray. That's a good question. I like how negative says catches them says luckily just explain the amount of difficulties in pulling off that specific feat. I like that though, and it does show us that if they were to go up against 20s again, who knows if they'd be able to come out successfully. Just by that little line of dialogue there. Hmm. Alrighty. Oh boy. Oh yeah, could it be the fake money that's got that cost a lot more to make than the real money? Could that be it? No, no, it has to be something entirely different. Well, it is information is power. Well, that's how a lot of social media companies gain money by selling information to advertising companies. Hmm. Okay, in that case, that is just a Chad-like feat right there. I mean, she saw it before her very eyes. Yeah, and she was wearing her glasses that limit her eyesight in that specific moment in time. I mean, but her eyes sound sci-fi as fuck too, though, if you're asking me. I'm just saying. shit, that stealth outfit could probably, be used. Mm-hmm. Or more than that, probably to get a political upper hand, depending on how it's utilized. I just love they're all side by side, looking at the thorn, all dramatic, in a desolate, up off the liquid like state. I love it though. I love that line of thinking. Yes! I love that saying there. Because in a roundabout way, it can also imply that if you see injustices and you don't do anything about it, then that's a terrible thing to be doing. At least that's what it's implying in a roundabout way. So that's why I love dialogue like that. Pretty dang slick. Kind of like how the episode also has kind of like a documentary like feel and obscuring the faces of the parties that aren't super relevant to the narrative. I like the little feature. God, man, they all look handsome as fuck in them outfits. I love it. Has that Hatsune Miku like look again. I never get sick and tired of it whenever a boy uses that look though. I think it looks really good on him. That's about probably the closest. Probably one of the closest characters I've seen to Hatsune Miku. It's just ironic that it happens to be a boy. A beautiful boy in this instance. Maybe because he knows that. So Tony and his friends know that, so they're... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because in a casino, there's a lot of cameras. They might have noticed. Because in that case, they must have noticed the reactions of our girl. I mean, it wouldn't put it past Fuditsky to have someone to check the camera and report to him if any of the officers or workers see anything weird. You know? Unless they perfect the stealth outfit even more. Well, yeah. For all we know, Fudedatsu could have already... Maybe that was a test to test out the capabilities of her vision. And maybe they finally found a workaround around that. That could be my guess. Like her looks all fabulous. I mean, that's quite the positive and optimistic perspective right there. Whoa! I can actually agree with some of that perspective because it is the intent that counts in a lot of instances. Huh. Yo, I love his confidence there. And being able to say that. I gotta admit, whenever he's like that, he's just absolutely cool. And I love that, showing you that when it comes to. Oh, okay, okay. I hope that's not our girl straining her eyes a bit too much there, because it seemed like it for a small bit. Oh. I think that's a mix of her and also her old identity, too. Yeah, exactly. There's multiple facets to Mayumi than just the title that she currently has. Oh, yeah. It's that she usually doesn't dress up like that. That's likely making her feel unnatural. Oh, okay. Guess I was wrong on that. I mean, considering the amount of time she has to work with, she isn't going to have a lot of prep time to be learning all the different rules of all these games, though. Okay, I like this. She's acknowledging some of her flaws. And she's trying to, at the very least, and she's trying to rectify those issues by trying to, at the very least, ask about some of the rules regarding blackjack. So that's actually pretty darn nice character development for a girl there. Oh. Oh, well, what was he gonna do next now? Oh, I don't. Okay, I thought for a second the episode was gonna end. I was like, no, I want to see the conclusion to this. Yes. But hey, you know what? They had to do that though. I mean, yeah, you can't have it all in life. But at the very least, they were able to settle the matters regarding the casino. It's better than absolutely nothing. Federici actually looks like someone his own age now with that. Oh, that's cute. Whoa! That's a damn badass name. I'm trying to be all fucking smooth. I like him though. He's gonna disappear again. That's my gut. Yeah, that's my gut feeling. He's not there? Yeah, I had a feeling. And that's a scary thought. Because with one of her biggest assets currently sealed off, well, no, I wouldn't say sealed off, but currently ineffective. Because Huriguchi can do this, then that implies that other people might be able to do that in future episodes in the series. Yo, this is just a fucking start. Then damn. I don't even know. All I can say is I'm impressed. Oh, man. Now, in saying that, I gotta say, this episode was pretty darn good. I'm definitely gonna rate this an 8.25 out of 10. Actually ended up liking this a lot more than I was expecting because, at least now, when it comes to this episode, we get Yumi realize that she shouldn't just be reliant on the sheer scope of her abilities. She should also sometimes rely on knowledge while also supplementing her abilities, like how they found out that Furutsuki was utilizing cheater cards, but that wasn't apparent to Mayumi until she learned off a bit more of the rules regarding blackjack. And that's the type of self-exploration that I like to see in this series, because it's showing us that the writing stuff involved in the series, they're not just going to settle off, oh yeah, we'll just have this a Deus Ex Machina solution for every single little bit like I see in some animes. No. In this anime, yes, it'll have some of our main characters utilize their abilities for some conflict resolution, but simultaneously, it will actually also be built up just given the fact that we're going to get character exploration simultaneously. And that's why I thought the writing in this episode was done pretty effectively. And I love how it hypes up the 20s because, at least in this instance, it's showing us that they're gonna play at least a huge factor into the series later on. Well, that's provided when they show up next time, because this is based off of source material, so who knows if this series is gonna get multiple seasons or not. I hope it does, because I actually do really like what I'm seeing so far, and I'm definitely rooting for its success. So that's another element I love. It's giving us some nice build-up, and I even love how they mentioned the fact that everything Satoon and his boys did in the first few episodes against the 20s, while yes, it took a lot of planning, it was also a lot of luck that played into their favor, and if they were to go through the whole thing again, who knows if they would have been able to succeed. And that's another thing I also love about this series, too. It did a great job in just grounding a good portion of its cast in reality, instead of just making them feel larger than life, which it's going to increase the narrative stakes also, because for one, now that we get a grasp of all these limitations, it's going to make you wonder how they're going to be challenged, and it might actually give some characters like, say, Mayumi a nice bit of adversity, because there's certain things that she can't see It's going to be nice to see if she utilizes some of her other senses, or maybe her abilities of perception to solve future scenarios. And that's why I really like the writing in this episode, at least from my perspective. Now, and saying that, love the character moments. I love how our girl Mayumi realizes that, yes, there are things she could improve on, and I like how she acknowledges some of her flaws and she tries to work towards fixing them. I love that. Shows you how much of a strong a woman she is. And on top of that, seeing Satoin just ooze charisma every episode and never gets old, at least for me. Animation quality was beautiful, because they even made the most the most low stakes conversational sequence engaging to watch, and that's at least that's a pretty dang tough feat, and this series pulls it off like as if it's nothing. And on top of that, the voice performances are great, and that's what thought the episode was pretty darn good in my opinion. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comments section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.